What happens when you combine a Nike Dunk Low and a Nike Air Presto?
Fusion! Ha!
You get the Nike Air Zoom Dunkesto. I say a Nike Dunk Low because it has a thinner tongue. The traction is more like the original style rather than the modified traction for the SB Dunk Low Pros of today. The older SB Dunk Lows have a traction pattern more similar to the original style rather than the extra etchings and details of the SB Dunk Low Pros. It also doesn't have the midsole of a Dunk Low Pro, which looks like a rubber cup sole with injected Phylon inside. You could also see the injected Phylon at the bottom, the outsole in the middle where the Nike logo is. Let me say that the Dunk Low Pro, as we know it, debuted around 2010. I'm going to link below an article from Sneaker Freaker because it goes into the nuances of the history of the Dunk for SB purposes. Because from early 2000s to today, there have been several iterations of the Dunk. This is honestly more like a Dunk Low visually, with Presto elements for comfort and materials choice, such as the neoprene upper, spacer mesh backing it, at least on this version, because there's like different versions of this with their respective colorways. The TPU support cage and the Phylon midsole. The U-shaped zoom unit would be something that's found in the SB Dunk line, but it's polyurethane and the Dunkesto. I don't put them in the Dunkestos anymore since this is just a comfortable casual model in general. I mean, you have Presto comfort in a Dunk. What more can you ask for? I will go into its comfort in a little bit, but putting these insoles in an Air Jordan 1 Low just makes an uncomfortable but stylish shoe comfortable for once. The insole fits fairly well into an Air Jordan 1 Low, which shouldn't be surprising because the Dunk Low is similar to the Air Jordan 1 Low. I got this in the Shady Milkman colorway, which is one of the OG Presto colorways. I got it because I thought it had some Cal colors. I was looking for shoes with primarily a midnight navy color with some yellow or gold color. Gray is a color that goes with just about everything, so it was a solid choice to also go along with the navy and gold. Sizing. If you can find this shoe, it fits true to size. I'll give some reference. If you are a size 8 in an Air Jordan 1 Low, you'll fit in a size 8 in a Dunkesto. You can even go down half a size because the upper material is forgiving. However, I really like the thumbs with toe space rather than having my feet jam at the end of the shoe. I would recommend staying true to size overall, but if you had to, half size down might not be too bad. If you go half size up, you'll swim in the shoes and they probably won't look right. Condition. This shoe's production dates were from October 2006 to December 2006, so it probably had a release date in 2007. When I first got them, I did some testing to see if they would fall apart or not. They were obviously used, but I didn't mind. That might have helped in its longevity, because they say if you don't wear your shoes, the glue will eventually dry out, and it won't adhere to the materials well. The weak points would be where the outsole meets the midsole. The glue there is not adhering that well anymore. However, they're still wearable, but I'm not going to roughhouse these 14-year-old shoes. Note, I did throw these into the washing machine to try to clean them up. I had mixed results. Maybe that's why the glue is coming undone, but it should be expected that a shoe that is as old as this would have some sole separation regardless. Any shoe you have that's 10 plus years old and isn't a rubber cup sole or vulcanized midsole, be wary. Comfort. It is probably the most comfortable Air Jordan 1 or Dunk-esque shoe I've ever had. The midsole is probably Phylon, which is an EVA foam compound that's from Nike. I put an Air Jordan 1 insole into these Dunkestos. Doesn't really help a lot. Like if you walk on concrete, it's gonna suck. I mean, I do recommend that you keep on using the stock polyurethane insole that it comes with, just because that Air Jordan 1 insole is just garbage. It's open cell foam. I have no idea if it's ortholite. It's probably just bad. I am going to have to probably double up on insoles. I have plenty of running shoe insoles. That'll do the trick. The upper is comfortable because it's neoprene on the exterior backed with spacer mesh, which is what the Air Presto uses. It also has an attached tongue and a TPU Presto logo. It's a little faded. It is literally a Dunk for looks with Presto Comfort. The swoosh is leather, but I'm not sure if it's real or synthetic. The back heel tab is kind of suede-ish or a felt-like material. The eye stays and the mudguard / toe rand area, that's suede-esque. It doesn't seem as felt-like. Not sure if it's real or synthetic. I decided to put them into the washing machine anyways because I was leaning towards that they were synthetic or just super worn out, so it didn't really make a difference. They were kind of dirty when I first got them on eBay, so I didn't care too much about getting the suede wet. It was rough and dry from being dirty, but I don't recommend throwing it into a washing machine though, just because of the glue issues. I will note that with the left shoe, I can feel the stitching rub on my pinky toe area. It doesn't bother my right foot, but my right foot is bigger than my left by a little bit. Comments on pricing. It originally retailed at $110 in 2007. If you run that number through the Bureau of Labor Statistics CPI inflation calculator, that would translate to roughly $140 today. That's about how much an Air Jordan 1 Low with the OG cut would cost, which prices around $130 to $140 retail. $110 is okay, just in general. You're paying more for comfort rather than for the quality of materials. The regular Dunk Low and the SB Dunk Low retail for around $100, but can cost more depending if there is a collab or some other modification. Dunks used to be cheaper at retail 10 or more years ago. Final thoughts. The Nike Air Zoom Dunkesto is what I love. It's comfortable, but simulates the style of a popular model. Like, I want the look of the Dunk, but with comfort. So yes, I would sacrifice OG materials for more modern ones.